Welcome to the channel. It's your girl Shanice Love Jones. Today we're going to talk about how you can feel and be beautiful despite your flaws. When you don't feel beautiful, when you don't feel attractive, when you don't feel desirable, when you are unable to really see your beauty, it hinders you in many areas of your life. You carry yourself a certain way. You shrink back, you play small, you don't show up with confidence. People can feel it in your aura. People can feel it in your energy that you're not very confident, that you don't really believe in yourself. And we don't realize that people are often a mirror to us. So they treat us the way that we treat ourselves and the way that we feel about ourselves. So if you're always struggling or feel like people don't see your worth, that's likely due to the fact that you don't see your worth, that you treat yourself a certain way because you don't feel beautiful. And so when you carry yourself that way and you shrink back, that means you're playing small in life, you're playing small in love, you're playing small in your business. Okay, and I've already done the videos letting you know your perception of your beauty is hindering you in your love life. It's also hindering you in your business. So this is a really important topic. And let me tell you, I say this all the time, but just in case you're new here, my agency, this whole movement was birthed from a prophetic word that I received from the Lord in 2022, that there was an attack on a woman's beauty and it's hindering her life. Okay, it's hindering her destiny. It's hindering her marriage promise. It's hindering her bottom line, her money. And so if this was not important to God, I would not be here talking to you right now. God cares about every facet of your life. He's literally numbered the hairs on your head. So he absolutely cares about your beauty. And so don't think that it's superficial for you to want to feel beautiful. Don't condemn yourself thinking now, should you idolize beauty? No, that's also another thing that happens when you're unable to see your beauty or feel beautiful. Many women end up idolizing beauty. It becomes their God, little g, and they're so hyper focused on looks and appearances. And that actually makes them unattractive because they start trying too hard. They're striving. They oftentimes are shallow and superficial, and everything to them is about looks. And I think we can see that very clearly in our culture today, that there are so many women and men that are just hyper focused on appearance, and it's not cute. They lack depth, and there's so much more to life. But when you feel beautiful, you don't have to really focus on always needing to be beautiful. You just are what you are. When you don't feel beautiful, you settle for less. And this is tea. I remember I had a client tell me she did not establish boundaries in her relationships. She felt like she couldn't speak up when men did or said certain things to her because she didn't feel like she was pretty enough to rock the boat. And I know a lot of women feel this way. You end up settling for the low-hanging fruit men. You'll even settle for the low-hanging fruit clients and customers because ultimately you feel like you are not pretty enough to attract better. You can't attract better men. You can't attract better people. You can't attract better opportunities because you don't have pretty privilege. And I want you to really sit and think about how that mindset of I don't have pretty privilege, I'm not pretty enough for XYZ has hindered you in your life, how it's caused you to play small, how it's caused you to even hyper focus on beauty and hyper focus on your flaws, how it's caused you to settle. And you'll see that you feeling beautiful despite your flaws is so important. I wanted to mention this feeling beautiful despite your flaws because a lot of times it's our flaws that we allow to disqualify us from beauty or being pretty. But we don't want that to be the case, okay? I know for me, for years, I disqualified myself from being pretty and felt like I couldn't be beautiful because I had acne. I thought I couldn't be beautiful because I had a big nose. And like because of my features and my skin, I was just like, yep, it's pretty much a wrap for me. And that really couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. I learned how to feel and be beautiful despite my flaws and show up in that way. And it works for me. Okay, we'll just say that it's working for me. And so let's get into it. A few of the things that you are going to do, all right now. I'm glad I mentioned that because let me tell you guys something. I am so big on taking action. I promise you guys that I'm here to activate you. I'm not just here to make you feel good, though I hope these videos do make you feel good. I'm not just here to like give you information and help you like with the knowledge gap or the mindset shift, though I hope that is what you're also getting from these videos. I'm also here to activate you. I don't want you guys watching these videos and it's just like one other thing you did today, one distraction while you're at work or in between sessions with your clients or whatever it is that you're doing. I want this to activate you. I want you to be like, you know what? I can no longer sit in this. 2024 is my year. God said I was getting married. God has the husband for me. God said this is the year my business is popping off, multi 6 figures, going into 7 figures, whatever popping off looks like for you and your business. God said this is the year that he heals me. This is the year that everything changes for me. This is the year that the tables turn. This is my year. Okay. These videos are to help you get to that. Oftentimes God gives us a word and we just sit there like, yeah, it's like, no, babe, there needs to be some action. Prophetic work towards that prophetic word. Everything God tells you, he's telling you so that you can get positioned and prepared. And so if you want that man, you want that business to pop off, you want all these things to happen in your life, you got to do the first things first. You got to get yourself in position so that you can receive that blessings and so that you can sustain it. And your self-worth, your self-image, your self-esteem is going to be pivotal. No matter what blessing it is God is raining down upon you this year, he needs this to be in place first. So don't just listen to this video and like it and feel good, even though you should like it and leave a comment. That's not going to hurt anything. But I need you to start taking action. I need you to start getting this information deep down on the inside of you and taking action. A lot of times people be spilling real tea on social media, but because we watch it so passively, we don't catch it. It's like another video I watched. Oh, that felt good. Oh, that was great. But like, if you actually start taking notes, I feel like you can go through my channel and literally that could be its own class. That could be its own program because it's true tea in here. And if you started sitting with the Lord on some of this stuff, if you started really reflecting, if you started putting some of this stuff into action, I know that things would change for you. I know that things would change the way that you see yourself. I know that things will elevate in your business. I know for a fact that you will be positioned for that man because everything I'm saying is led by Holy Spirit. And so if you never invest in any of my programs or services, if you never work with me, you could actually go pretty far with just this content if you really have ears to hear. So I pray right now that God opens up your ears and opens up your heart for the messages that is on this channel, because I truly believe that they will bless you. Now, I didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but I had to say that. The first thing you're going to do to feel beautiful despite your flaws is you're going to work to overcome the trauma that has you not feeling beautiful in the first place. All right. If you have not already done this, we need to get to the root, because you might feel like you're looking in the mirror, or you might even feel like it's like the societal messages, which, don't get me wrong, that plays a huge part. And you're saying, I don't feel beautiful. I'm 70 pounds overweight. I have these features. I have this skin tone. I don't dress like this. Like, whatever reason you think you don't feel beautiful is very surface. The truth of the matter is there is something that has happened, something that was said so many times. It's a word curse, or word curses that were spoken over you when you were younger or in childhood, that has really embedded a deep belief in your mind that you are unattractive, or that you are not beautiful, or that you are not pretty. And you are believing it like it is straight up a fact. Like you are reporting the news. That's how accurate you think it is. But if you really were to dig deeper, you would realize somebody rejected you. Somebody said something to you. Something happened in your family, whatever it was, and it made you, and it sent that signal and that message to you. You're not pretty. You're not cute. You're not pretty enough. Maybe you think you're okay, but you don't think you're pretty enough for that thing. And if you have the mindset that I'm cute, I'm pretty cute, but I'm not beautiful enough for this, then you still have the wrong mindset. Just feeling a little cute. If you don't think you are the baddest thing walking, then I need you to listen up. So write down, just start writing and bring Holy Spirit into it. Why don't I feel beautiful? Whatever you write, I want you to go a layer deep and ask yourself another question. Whatever you answered, ask yourself why to that. Well, why did this and this make me feel that way? Well, why did? Until you can't go anymore and you recognize it is because when I was 12 years old, this, and the third happened. And ever since then, this and this and this and this happened. Because let me tell you about your brain and your reticular activating system. Whatever you believe, your brain is always consciously constantly searching for evidence for that belief. So if your brain is like, we not pretty, we not cute, we not beautiful, we got this, that, and the third flaw, we're not, your brain is always going to just bring you evidence. See, that man didn't want you. See, that girl looked at you funny. See, they chose her over you. It's because you're not pretty. It might not even really be about that at all, but your brain is always going to be looking for evidence. On the contrary, if you can retrain and rewire your brain, which is what I do with my clients, reach out if you want to work together, then your brain will start bringing you evidence that you are beautiful. Your brain will constantly be looking for evidence that you are pretty and that you do have that privilege. It's really a thing. Figure out what was spoken over you, what lie the enemy whispered in your ear that you came into agreement with, because you're now in agreement with it, right? So that you can eradicate it, so you can cast it down, you can renounce it, denounce it, stomp it out, burn it with the Holy Ghost fire, whatever it is you need to do. An important part of this step is doing the inner work. Inner healing will take you so far, much farther than makeup and plastic surgery can, because that can't heal you. Like I said, you can do what you want to do on the outside, but if you're not healed in here, what's in here is always going to radiate outwardly. And let's be real, if you're not pretty on the inside, that can also be a reason why you don't feel beautiful. And you might just need to clean up. But when you start healing from things, a lot of that resentment, that bitterness, that unforgiveness, everything that came with that trauma or that hurt, that starts lifting too. You can start repenting from that. You can start repenting from that. You can start getting rid of those things. And that just makes you lighter. That just makes you more radiant. So it's all kind of connected. But you want to deal with the trauma. And we go so deep into this in my She's a Masterpiece mentorship. That program is for that woman who is building her business and preparing for marriage, but she knows that her perception of her beauty, she knows that her self-image and her self-esteem is keeping her from getting to that next level. And we come out the gate swinging in that program, dealing with our self-esteem, our self-image, healing. We have healing sessions. I do inner healing sessions with you. Like, we really clean up and pull up all the stuff at the root. And I love it because other programs don't do stuff like that. Like, they try to teach you the business tactics and principles are very surface level self-esteem work through like journaling, and all of that stuff is cute. But baby, we digging up the roots. I mean, pulling them up so that they are gone. They're not growing back. They're not coming back. And so you leave with such a sense of confidence in who you are and what you look like. You see yourself as a masterpiece and you create nothing but art from there. So number one, deal with your trauma. Deal with the true, real issue. Because I promise you, it's not just about your weight. And once you deal with the issue, by the way, it becomes so much easier to lose the weight. It becomes so much easier to like take care of your physical appearance because you're doing it from a healthy place. The next thing you're going to do to feel and be more beautiful despite your flaws is own your unique beauty. Y'all know I love talking about this. I have a video I did about this in April. Go check that video out. I'll link it below. But when you are able to not be so concerned about societal beauty standards, not be so concerned with really trying to look like everybody else or do what's trendy or what's in, and own your unique beauty, play up your unique features, play up your unique zhuzh, your je ne sais quoi, you will be in a league of your own. There's such a essence and an energy to a woman who can be in a room full of tens and not be insecure and still feel good about herself because she knows that she too is beautiful. Own your unique beauty the way that God created you. I say this all the time, and I don't even feel like this is cliche. This is just true. God said in Genesis, very early, he let us know up front that we were made in his image. God is beautiful. God is love. God is all of the great things. And if he made us in his own image, there's no way that we could be ugly. People might not be your cup of tea, and that's cool. That don't make them ugly. You might not be somebody's cup of tea, and that's cool, but that doesn't make you ugly. You have a unique beauty that you have yet to tap into, that you have yet to play up, that you have yet to really get into. That's why you don't feel beautiful. Y'all know so many models with those like striking alien like features, they were like, I was teased. And now they're like high fashion models. There are going to be times when your look is not in, or there's going to be communities or places in life where your look is not in. That doesn't mean that you're not attractive. That just means you need to figure out how your unique look can work in the world. We love unique beauties. You know, when you come across somebody that's different, whether it's their fashion, the way they look, the way they wear their hair, you're intrigued, you're into it. You have qualities that are uniquely you, that make you so beautiful, that make you so gorgeous. If only you would focus on that instead of focusing on your flaws. If only you would focus on that instead of focusing on what that other woman looks like. The whole game would change for you. You would be so much more attractive if you focused on your unique beauty. And this helps because this is how people learn how to dress for their own body size. This is how people learn how to find hairstyles that flatter them. This is how you learn how to do makeup looks that flatter you instead of like trying to do it because you saw somebody else doing it. Owning your unique beauty will allow you to carry yourself as the gorgeous, gorgeous girl that you are. And you will notice that without any plastic surgery, you just start working on enhancing what's beautiful already about yourself, that people will respond and react to you differently. Your glow up will not be striving, you will just step into it. And so that brings me to my next point, because I don't think we realize how important mindset is when it comes to our beauty and to our appearance. And this is not being delusional. This is literally having belief in yourself. When you believe in yourself, the way you show up, people can feel it. People believe in it too. That's why confidence is so important, and that's why confidence is so attractive. And so the next thing you're going to do to really start feeling and being beautiful despite your flaws is adopt a beauty mindset. Change your mind, change your life. We've already talked about the brain and how it works, but you need belief. Once you actually work on uprooting that trauma and removing the scales from your eyes and seeing yourself the way God sees you, you carry a mindset and a belief in yourself and the way you look that is very undeniable. You can literally decide that you're beautiful and decide that you're attractive. You don't need permission from anybody. You don't need that man. You don't need the men in the Hollywood or societal. You don't need anybody. You don't need your friends. You don't need the guy that you crushed on. You don't need your ex. You don't need anybody to give you permission to say you are beautiful. I've said it, so you're beautiful now. Like, you can feel it. Like, because that's how we operate. Was these people, if not enough people think it, if not enough people respond to me in a certain way, that means I'm not attractive. No. You can decide right now that you're beautiful. Like, you can make that decision and it just be what it is. Said what you said, period. Our words and our thoughts are so powerful. And this goes back to what I said about rewiring your brain for beauty. Because even when you aren't looking your best physically, when you have a beauty mindset, you're not insecure. Your confidence and your happiness isn't contingent upon what you're wearing, what you look like, if you're having a good day or a bad day. Looks wise, you could literally be the baddest girl in any room you walk into with the right mindset, because it shows up in your essence, it shows up in your swag. And when you deal with your trauma, when you learn how to own your unique beauty, when you adopt a mindset of beauty, like when you really do these three things, the physical glow up hits different. The wardrobe, the makeup, the hair, the nails, the whatever, it just adds to an already beautiful foundation that's built on self-esteem, confidence, and a positive self-image. That's a baddie right there. And I know that this works because this is the work that I do with my clients. And let me tell you something. Every woman that I have worked with has left our time together, whether we've worked together long-term or just had one session, they have left that space feeling more beautiful, completely shifted in how they see themselves. And as a result, they look better. I'm telling you, from the outside looking in, I get on these calls, I'm like, she looks better. Like, she physically looks better. It is amazing. It is amazing. This is what the enemy doesn't want you to know. He wants you to think that you just have to get plastic surgery or only lose the weight and change this and change that and get filler. And like, you could do what you want to do, right? I'm not saying none of those things won't add or enhance your beauty, but this work changes the game. If you know that your perception of your beauty is causing you to play small, it's causing you to shrink back. If you know that ultimately you are not living life to the fullest, you're not in position, you know it's holding you back from that marriage promise, you know It's holding you back from showing up online powerfully, boldly, with confidence to grow your business. It's hindering you because people don't want to follow somebody who doesn't believe in themselves. Why do I want to go where you're trying to take me? You don't even believe in it. But feeling beautiful, feeling confident, being bold, everybody wants to go with you. That's when the opportunities pop up. That's when that's when you're ready for that man. That's when the clients are beating down the door and you're on a wait list because you believe in yourself. You love the way you look. You love who you are. You look in the mirror and you see beauty. And if that is what you want, then I encourage you to book a free consultation call with me and let's talk about how we can work together. I have my 6-month She's a Masterpiece mentorship that was just relaunched. Previously, I was just doing it with women one-on-one. Now it's a group program and it's absolutely amazing. You can reach out to me to learn more about that. I also do one-on-one coaching and I have some other services for you as well. So book a call and we can talk. I pray that this video blessed you. Send this to someone who needs to hear it, that she can get free as well. And rewatch this video and actually journal about it tonight. Like, I'm not playing with you guys when I say take action. I really, really, really want you to win this year. And I know that it's your year. I know that it's your season. If you're watching this, I know that this is for you. And I know that if you don't just let this go in one ear and out the other and you start taking action on some of these revelations that God has given you, because a lot of this stuff I tell you is confirmation. Some of it is new, but for many of you guys, God has already spoken some of this stuff to you. Everything is on the other side of your self-image and the way that you see yourself. Everything that you want. And so I love you. I hope this blessed you. Let me know in the comments and I'm going to see you guys in the next video.